Alright, YouTube. What it do? It's your boy, King HB3. Alright, so this is my final video on what I'm doing on this. This is not my final video that I'm ever going to be doing on YouTube, but this is my final video as far as like product, brushes. Now I'm about to do methods. My method is not really different from what I've learned from the Elite Waivers. I'm just going to tell y'all what I'm doing. Because a lot of people ask me, what is your method? What are you doing? What are you doing? So here we go. Alright, so let's say I'm getting up in the morning. My rags on my head. I take my rags off. As soon as I take my rag off, hold on. First of all, let me cut back, because this is a difference when I'm woofing. This is a different method I do from when I'm woofing, from when I have a fresh cut. If I have a fresh cut, this is what I do. All right, let's talk about fresh cut. Not no trim. Like literally, I do 1.5s with the grain. I usually do 1.5s with the grain, and I'm gonna say 3 weeks and below. Once I'm past 3 weeks, maybe I'm on my 4th week, is when I start doing a different type of method. But let's talk about if I'm three and under weeks of my hair. So wake up in the morning, I take my rags off, what I have on my head. I just get straight into a brush session. I brush with my softies. I use my softies, like the ones I showed in the last video, the same too. I like to do a double brush method. I mean, I look at it like this. You got 2 softies, why not just use both of them? So I be just sitting there doing this, you know what I'm saying, in the mirror. You know, I be just going ham on my hair, like putting in work, you know what I'm saying? That's all I be doing. Just like this. That's all I'm doing when I wake up in the morning. This is my brush session in the morning. 3 weeks and under, people. 3 weeks and under when it comes to my hair. I do, if I'm doing crown work, I do everything different. I do everything different from my crown. So basically what I do is I work on my hair first. And that's about 3 or 5 minutes. About 3 or 5 minutes. That's all I'm doing. Just brushing with the softies. Then I take my Diane 8117 that I told y'all about in the last video. I take this brush and I work on my crown. People, to do this, to do any of this stuff, you need a mirror, a hand mirror. Invest in a hand mirror. For real. You need to invest in a hand mirror. Why? Because that way you can put the mirror right here where your head is at, and you can look at the mirror and you can see where to brush. You can see how to brush your hair. It's common sense, people. So, and that's pretty much my morning method when I get up in the morning when I'm 3 weeks and under. That's pretty much all I do. And I probably won't brush I'll probably brush throughout the day, just randomly brushing my hair, but I don't have both brushes. If I'm out and about, like if I'm at work, I'm on break, or I'm just out somewhere, or I'm driving in the car, riding in somebody else's car, I'm taking my softy. I'm always got a brush with me. Take my softy, I'm brushing. If I'm in the house, I rag back up. That's another thing. I always rag back up. After I'm done brushing, I rag back up if I'm not doing anything. Like if I'm just laying around the house, chilling. You'll never see me without a rag on my head if I'm at home chilling. I'm over my girl house chilling. Over anybody's house chilling. You'll never see me without my rags. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not doing anything. Because I just want to keep my hair compressed at all times. Um, that's pretty much that method. This is when it gets pretty different and kind of complicated. When I get in my 4th week of my hair growing out, that's considered for me that's considered woofing, really woofing. I'm on my 4th week. It's a full month of me not getting a haircut, and it's time for me to start going into my mediums and start using my mediums. So what I do, let's say I'm a month plus, 4 and after. We're gonna talk about 4 weeks and after. Once I'm at 4 weeks and after, I wake up in the morning. I take my rags off. I wet a hot towel, and I do the hot towel method. Everybody knows. If you don't know about the hot towel method, Google it. I basically take my rags off. I get a hot towel. I get it soaked real good. Wring it out a little bit, and I let it sit on my head. I just let it sit on my head. At this point, I'm probably washing my face, brushing my teeth, watching Sports Center in the morning, right quick. Let it sit on your head about 5 minutes. It's gonna raise up that hair that's on your scalp. It's gonna raise it on up from being compressed. It's also gonna make it extremely soft. So put it on your head for about 3 to 5 minutes. Take it off. I do a comb. I use my comb. I brush through my hair. I pretty much brush completely through. A comb, my bad. I comb through, and I use the fine bristles, the fine parts of this comb. Basically combing through. That's all I do. Comb. The comb session ain't no more about 3 minutes. About another 3 minutes. Just combing. After that, I work my way from hard, medium to soft. What I do, it's not a hard brush, but like I said in the last video, it's like my hard. I don't have a hard brush. I don't need one. I have straight hair. So my hair, when I brush my hair with my mediums, it usually puts a lot of pressure on my head. I had a hard brush before, and what happened is it hurt my scalp. It really hurt. And that was just brushing soft. I don't need hard brushes for my hair, so I use this one that slicks, feel like a hard, but it's still a medium. And I brush first. This is after my comb session. I do the brush session. Then I hit up with the Diane 8169. Do a brush session. Finish it up with the Softy, No Name. Or you could do it with or I'd use the 8167. Doesn't really matter. Use both of them. Then I do crown work. Do a little crown work. I also do a little crown work let me go back. When I'm doing my comb session, I also do crown work with my comb. I also do a crown work with my comb. So yeah. But once I'm done with all that though, like I said, you do the slick, hard, medium, then the Softy. Finish it up with the Softy. Every now and then, if it's a weekend, I ain't doing nothing, I'm chilling, I mix it. Later in the day, I actually mix how I'm brushing. I mix it. So this is a medium and this is a Softy. I'm going behind each other with it. Brushing, brushing. Just going behind each other, brushing. Going behind each other, brushing. Medium soft, medium soft. That's pretty much it. That's it on that. You can add your product in the middle of in the middle of any part of that session. I prefer, what I do is right after my comb session, I add product, then I brush it in, then add my sealing product that I talked about in the other video, brush that in, and then I'm dead smacking my brush session, getting it in. But other than that, I mean, you can really add your product anytime you feel like you need to add your product. As long as you're doing that brush session, in the midst of that, it's going to get through your hair anyway. So it doesn't really matter when you do it or how you do it. As long as you have your brush session, you're good to go. It's simple as that. I mean, that's pretty much it. So, it's your boy, King HB. 3 out.